Alright, hey everyone, this is Gabe Stefan with Astral Talk. This video is going to be the 2020 forecast for Pisces Sun and Pisces Rising. Okay, so, alright, Pisces. This is an interesting year for you, because I do see some challenges, but then I also see some good things too as well. So it's going to be a perfect balance of both, in my opinion. The first one, I would say, it could be either good or bad. You have a lot of things focusing in your 11th house, which depends on your dreams, your goals, your friends, things that progress you forward in life. Okay? Now, this lunar eclipse that happens, first of all, this could definitely affect you in some way, in terms of it's asking you to make sure that these people that you're around are people that accept you for who you are, accept you for what you want to do in life and what you love doing. And not just that, I feel like this period, especially the first 3 months, you will be tested a lot with the people you're surrounding yourself with. I think it's going to be very important to make sure that these are friends that you want to carry forward into the next decade, into this decade basically, for the next 10 years. Because it's either, if you are around the right people, you'll definitely feel it in the first 3 months, the support system, you'll definitely feel the connections, you'll definitely feel the wavelengths of high energy, or it could be the opposite, where you feel like you're sinking in a hole because their energies are dragging you down. In Pisces, you're very sensitive. You're a very sensitive sign. You're very sensitive to everyone's energies. You absorb I say Pisces are like a sponge. They absorb energy. I'm a Pisces sun, so I know my chart's a little different compared to most Pisces, but like still, any Pisces, anything rising or sun, you are a sponge. You are very sensitive to people's energies. Do not surround yourself with the wrong people. That's all I have to say. Don't. Okay? And especially since Neptune is transiting in your first house, it's definitely, it multiplies that energy of your attraction. So knowing that, that's what I said, be very wary about who you surround yourself with, because you're absorbing their energy very much. If you're around shady people, or around people who are assholes or whatever, or who takes advantage of you, it's going to dissolve your energy. It's going to dissolve it thoroughly. But if you're around the right people, it's going to uplift you to levels that you've never experienced this year. I mean, it can be a very fun year for you in those terms. I have to be honest. So it's very interesting to see that. Yes, the Mercury retrograde is going to definitely affect you February, March, especially those who are at the beginning of Pisces, because it's going to head back into Aquarius a little bit too, I think. You'll definitely be affected by this Mercury retrograde, so you might be the one who's not communicating, especially since, I'm sorry, when Mercury retrograde goes over your sun, you're not the best communicator during that time frame. You will be the one who'd be flaking. So be wary of that, especially since Mercury is at its weakest position in Pisces. Yeah, just be wary of that. Also, your home life will be affected a little bit this year too. I would say if you're looking for a home, because it's Venus retrograde, if you're looking for a home in May and June, I would suggest not to do it then. I would suggest to do it before or hold it off until later in the summer. I would just hold it off. I'm not saying this Venus retrograde is not going to be good, but it will challenge you in some ways. So I would suggest, like I said, if you're looking for a new place to stay, wait that off until do it before if you can, or do it after May, like the May-June period. I suggest that. But otherwise than that, it is going to revamp your emotional well-being. It's going to provide nutrients for that too and stuff like that. So it's not going to be too bad, but just it will challenge you in some way. Okay, moving forward, you may have an eclipse in your love life area, but where something new can begin with potential lover. But otherwise than that, you're not experiencing a lot in the relationship. This year's not a big relationship year for you. It's not. I'm just gonna be honest. It's not a big relationship year for you. I don't get any signals of it. I'm not saying it's not going to happen, but just there's not a lot going on in the area of life, energy-wise. Friend-wise, there's a lot of energy going on. So you definitely can meet potential new people this year too, like a lot of new people. This is that year. You may end up finding your new tribe. Just being honest. Definitely. Definitely be a social butterfly. Okay. So I do want to bring this one up. Now, this one's going to affect, I think this is going to be your challenge this year, Pisces. It's going to be that Mars retrograde. Now, it does make favorable aspects to your career areas of life. It does make positive aspects. However, it can affect your income, though. Your income may not be as strong in the second half of the year. September, October, it may not be as strong. However, as long as you're making the proper investments beforehand, before that retrograde happens, I believe you'll be fine. As long as you're ready to save up money just in case, have money on an extra side for a rainy day type of thing. Because there could be extra, I wouldn't say extra expenses, but there could be things that, your money may end up going toward more. And it may create a tight situation financially. So just be wary of that, Pisces. Don't spend your money on a lot of materialistic things, especially in the second half of the year. Once that Mars retrograde is over and Mars is out of that shadow into next year, then eventually your income house will definitely down the road we'll see some changes. But just right now, I would say this year is not the best. It won't be the best making money year for you. Not the best, especially for Pisces, like rising Pisces. It may not be the best income year. I'm not saying it's going to be horrible. You're not going to make shit. No, I'm not saying that, or you're going to be unemployed. No, I'm saying it's going to be more about making sure you have your ducks in order and make sure you're saving up a right amount of money especially for a rainy day, just in case if you see a decrease in your income for some odd reason. So just want to point that out, but it still makes favorable aspects to your career areas of your life. So like I said, I don't expect it being like, oh my gosh, it's going to be bad timing for jobs or career or anything. No, not at all. But the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction won't be too big of a deal for you, unfortunately. It's not going to be a big thing for you. So, that's pretty much all I have for Pisces. It's not going to be a rough year. It's just, just make sure you're around the right people. Make sure you have your ducks in order when it comes to saving up money, especially going into the fall. And be prepared for, like I said, do not look for a place or home in May or June. Or I would say this: don't sign any contracts in that period, like any leases or anything. Don't do it. It's not a good time because things would be subject to change and whatever. So that's all I have, Pisces. I don't see it being a very monumental year, but it's definitely not going to be a quiet year. Make sure you get out there and socialize. Do not isolate yourself, because I know a lot of Pisces like to isolate themselves. Don't do that this year. This is not what this energy is for. This energy is for you to get out there, be social butterflies, and make the connections that you can make for the future, because it's gonna help you out in the future a lot. It will. So, and make sure you're around people you want to be around with for the next 10 years. Okay? That's all I have, Pisces. So, definitely catch you later. Cute. Peace.